Hello, this is Matthew Miller from the ZDNet Smartphones and Cell Phones blog. I was quite the fan of the T-Mobile Shadow, the original one that was out. I actually just sold it on Craigslist last week. Now we have the new T-Mobile Shadow, still the same name, but there's a few differences. And I'm going to kind of run through it and run through a quick little unboxing, just because the packaging is actually pretty nice on this device, similar to the box and kind of how to set up like I had on my G1. So this is one side of the package, and here's the other side. And as you can see, the gradients in the back of the Shadow are actually pretty cool. It's a burgundy to black, and I'll show that in a minute. It's kind of funny, I was looking at the box and I picked it up and I'm like, what is Mopies? Mopies, what is that supposed to mean? But if you flip it around, it's obviously Shadow. Okay, enough of that. Now, we slide out the inner box here. As you can see, it's a nice packaging actually. It's got glossy images on a white background. It's a very attractive packaging, and you know, the Shadow is I think really appeals to the feature phone crowd. People moving from a feature phone to a smartphone. So in here, you know, they've got lots of manuals up on the top, and then the Shadow is sitting right there. And then you get some accessories. You got a case, you've got the audio adapter, since it uses the bottom HTC port. And as you can see here in the audio adapter, there's a port for another HTC USB port, 2.5 millimeter and 3.5 millimeter headset jack, and another one on this side. And there's your stereo headset, charger, and your cable. So it comes with everything you need. It's kind of nice that they've got a case with it. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Shadow itself here. Shut that. Let's put that aside. So let's just take a look at the Shadow. Fortunately, I got rid of mine, like I said last week, so I don't have to compare next to. This is the front of the display. It's cleaned up a little bit. Same size. It's still 1.6 inch, 320 by 240. You know, you've got your hardware buttons. This directional pad has been improved, and as you can see, I can actually rotate it quite easily. The other one didn't rotate so smoothly. It took a lot of effort to rotate it around. Let's see, on the left side we've got a micro SD card slot. We've got our volume buttons. Up top is the power button. On the right side we've got a customized button. Right now it's set for, if you push and hold it, it'll turn and toggle off the Wi-Fi, and then a press is on for text messaging. And there's a camera button, and on the bottom is the external USB port. I think they call it XT USB. It's the HTC port, works with mini USB. Also, that's what you use for your headset jack. There's a microphone opening and for lanyard. And then on the back, as you can see, I think you can see in this video, it's very attractive. I mean, when I showed it around to my girls, and just holding it, it's very attractive with the way the gradient goes from burgundy to black. And there's the 2 megapixel camera on the back. And then on the front, swinging back around, this is the SureType kind of keyboard. So this is the exact same layout as was on the original Shadow, and I actually was very fast on this. As you can see, the design has gotten more curvy than the original Shadow. The original one was a little bit blockier. As far as hardware differences go, there's 260 megahertz processor versus the old 200 megahertz. This has Windows Mobile 6.1 standard. The old one had Windows Mobile 6.0. Unfortunately, this has no 3G. It's still on Edge, which will give you good coverage and good battery life. But also, this one does have, as we can see up in the upper corner, it's connected to my Wi-Fi network. It has the T-Mobile UMA support. And I actually tested that out earlier by turning off the phone radio, and I was able to make calls no problem at all using my my Wi-Fi router. So that can be very handy. If you're a UMA person, this is definitely of course, the Windows Mobile phone to get. If not, I think if you have the original Shadow, you're fine. There's not that many differences. Let me go ahead and turn off the overhead light, and we'll swing through just some of the screens here and try to get it centered. So they've got the Neo kind of interface still going on here, and that hasn't changed. Personally, this is good, and I like it. Windows Mobile 6.1 standard also has a very nice slider interface that actually I'll have to see if I can switch between that if I turn off the Neo, if that's possible. So there's the My Faves tab, then you come down, there's notifications. Next one is different messaging that you can swing through. We've got our calendar, then we've got the internet. As you can see, my account, driving directions, which actually opens up Windows Live, which is what they're using for that, which is a very nice client. There's a Windows Media Player for music and movies. There's some photos you can swing through. And then there's the the settings, manage connection, improve performance. It's a task manager, manage your battery, change your ringtone. And like I said back before on the first Shadow review, using this interface alone, feature phone users are probably going to be able to stay out of Windows Mobile. But if not, you just hit start and you jump right back into the standard Windows Mobile interface that you see. And then we can see what kind of applications they have. Now, I'm still trying to verify this, but T-Mobile has been locking down Java applications because of data reasons, and I thought it was just on their feature phones. However, I tried both Gmail and Opera Mini with this Java client that worked before, and both of them give me an authentication error and will not install. So if that's true, then that's failed to me. You can't have Gmail and Opera Mini because the Internet Explorer browser is just way too basic. Let's go back, just kind of, I went back too many times. Just kind of scroll through some of the other applications. You can see Instant Messaging has a bunch of clients through the text messaging and things like that. And then just your standard Windows Mobile 6.1. Unfortunately, this Office Mobile doesn't let you create any documents. I thought that with 6.1 that's what came, but for some reason there's not there. You'd have to install the cab file from Paul at Madako to get the document creation. So pretty basic handset. Let's see, what are the costs going to be? I'd have to check. I think it's I think after rebates and contract it's $149, and without it it's up to $350, $400, which in my opinion is way too much for this device. It's a nice device at $100, $150. Other than that, it's a pretty basic Windows Mobile phone. Kind of fun, kind of cool, I guess, for a basic phone. If you're going to a feature phone, I've kind of outgrew it, I believe, and that's just a first look at the new T-Mobile Shadow. Still called the Shadow, just a couple little improvements.